Hey everyone, you may ask yourself, what is that hideous looking box on top of his Onkyo receiver? Well, that is a Art DJPre 2 phono amplifier. And those of you who know external phono preamps probably already know what this thing is because of this hideous blue LED. It's daytime right now, daytime in New England, so even when it's midday we don't have very much light. But fear not, if you're lacking for light, this thing's gonna brighten up your entire living room. So I'll tell you what it is and what it is not. What it is a very good phono preamplifier, and it's very inexpensive. I got mine for under 50 bucks. Deals can be found on them online. I found a dealer on eBay, and they did a buy it now or best offer. So I haggled a deal on it, and they were more than willing, and I had it in a couple of days. But you'll see a lot of online forums saying what settings to put this on, and don't believe any of them, because how you set this preamplifier is going to be specific to your phonograph cartridge. Now what you've got here is a button for capacitance. Sorry about that, guys. Look at that hideous thing. It's nighttime now. I had to charge the battery on my phone, but let me turn the light on here. Look at that thing. It's just relentless. It won't stop. I seriously am gonna think about putting a piece of black electrical tape over that and just being done with it. But where did I leave off? Oh, the controls on here. So I did a lot of reading in advance on the online forums, and for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to leave this low cut filter on, and you're not killing any of the low frequencies. You're basically trying to prevent things like rumble and just some low frequency noise that can maybe do things, maybe cause some interference or some noises if your speakers are really close to your turntable. But honestly, you're not going to squeeze out any more low frequency if you turn that thing off. But I've got it on. The other thing, now you see this little clip light which just came on, and there it goes. It comes on again. Don't be afraid of that thing. People were telling me on in the different online forums, like trying to think of the names, the Vinyl Engine and Audio Karma. They were telling me that if that light comes on and stays on, you're in trouble. That's not true. If this light comes on and stays on in red, we'll see if we can get it to go in red. Well, that's a soft passage. We'll wait for a loud passage. But if this thing goes into red and stays lit red, then you're in trouble. You need to back off on your gain. The other thing that people were telling me was, well, you've got a Shure M97XE cartridge. You need to set your gain trim at +2. Come on. Audiophiles have this compulsive need to be so linear about everything. This gain trim is going to vary according to what you're playing. There is no magic setting for, if you have this cartridge, then you need to set it at -2 or you need to set it at 0. If there was, this company probably would have included some kind of chart or something like that with a list of cartridges and what you need to set this at. Let's see if we can get this to, I don't know, maybe I'm disproving myself here, but believe me, I've seen it. Occasionally this will go into a red, and what you need to do, if this stays lit red, you need to back off. So what I'm playing right now is, I've got maybe 3 or 4 copies of this. This is a 1968 recording, 2001 A Space Odyssey. Find yourself a clean copy of this record. And I gotta tell you something. CDs are good. I'm not denying that. But if you get some fool who insists that digital is better than analog, or vinyl records sound like crap, and they don't have the dynamic range that a CD has, do yourself a favor. Get a clean copy of this, a good phono cartridge. Like I said, I'm using the Shure M97XE. Good set of speakers and a good amplifier, and you will put that argument to rest damn quickly, I'll tell you. Well, it's staying green is good. What you don't want is for this thing to be so low that it never comes on. And this will be adjusted. There's variations on how you're going to adjust this, and it's very specific not only to the cartridge that you're using, but to the recording you're playing on. That's my home alarm system. I'll be back. Okay, so back to the forum. The advice that guy gave me, it got me into the ballpark at least, but please don't be so linear or so digital that you need to assume that because you have X cartridge, you're going to be setting this gain trim at 0 or -2. It's complete rubbish. For the most part, I found that somewhere slightly above -2, or I'm sorry, +2 to +3, in most cases, it's going to get me there. And don't be afraid if this thing stays on. Green is good. So, what do I think of this device overall? I think it's a fantastic value. I think it looks like hell. I think that this blue light, it's almost like they were playing a trick on consumers who buy this thing, but I hate this thing. I absolutely hate it. And we're going to get out the black electrical tape and just close that sucker off for good. What else did I do? But like I said, I might have mentioned in this video, there is no power switch on this preamp at all. So I ran the power into my receiver, which has a switched outlet in the back. What happens when I turn the receiver off? Preamp off. When I turn it on, preamp on. There it goes. Finally, I got the darn thing to go into red. But again, don't think that there is one magic setting that you're going to get that says maybe you have an ADC cartridge and you need to set this at -4. It is complete bunk. Don't believe anyone who tells you that. Experiment. The human ear has been around for hundreds of thousands of years. Good audio equipment has been around for, what, 60, 70 years? Trust your ears. Mine are damaged from concerts and probably just from old age. I'm in my mid-50s. But I trust my ears. And trust your ears before you trust this equipment. In most cases, your hearing will not let you down. So, hope you enjoyed this little review. Try one of these little preamps. If not this brand, then look into some of the other ones that are out there. You can get into it for very inexpensively. If it makes you feel better about your equipment, you can blow your money away. So, take care for now.